It's W1HQL for the Everglades Amateur Radio Club net. And I'll be your net control for the net this week. And the purpose of this net is to gather club members and other amateur radio operators and talk about ham radio stuff. All radio amateurs are invited to this net, and you don't need to be a member of any club or our club, the EARC, to participate in the net. And we look forward to your comments and suggestions and anything you want to talk about. It's an informal net, and we operate this net 7:30 every Tuesday evening, immediately following the Red Cross net, which occurs on 146865. That's the Cutler Bay repeater. And our club is an ARRL Special Services Club. We do ham licensing testing, yearly field day operations, and other ham-related activities. Our club is associated with the City of Homestead's Emergency Operations Center, our Red Cross, and Miami-Dade Races Aries, and will assist in communication support if called upon. Our club meetings occur the second Friday of each month at 7 o'clock over at the John D. Campbell Agricultural Center. And where is that, you ask? It's at 18710 Southwest 288th Street. Again, 7 o'clock, second Friday. Next meeting will be on the 14th. I believe it's the 14th. I don't have my calendar in front of me, but if memory serves me correct, the second Friday, because the first fell on Saturday. So I think that puts it on the 14th. But in any event, second Friday, it's easy to figure out. My name is Steve. I'm located here in Homestead, and we got a few things for you to talk about. But most importantly, let's start taking some check-ins, see who the heck's out there. Come on now.
Kilo India 4, Victor Echo Yankee. Lewis, and I got some traffic.
All right, Lewis, we'll take you with your traffic. Go ahead.
Thank you, Steve. Good evening. The traffic has to do with some relays, mostly people that cannot be next to their radios or cannot reach the repeater. The first relay is Eric out of the Keys. He hears the repeater but cannot contact it. His call sign is Kilo Papa 4 Kilo Delta. Break. The next one is Ramon, R-A-M-O-N. His call sign is Whiskey 4 Lima Charlie Mike. Break.
Got it, go.
The next one is Alberto, Whiskey 4 Alpha Sierra. Break. The next one is going to be our club vice president, Alpha Kilo 4 Foxtrot Uniform. Break.
Okay, copied beside Alpha Kilo 4 Papa 4 Kilo Delta, Whiskey 4 Lima Charlie Mike, and Whiskey 4 Alpha Sierra. Did I get it right?
Yeah, it was Eric Kilo Papa 4 Kilo Delta, Ramon Whiskey 4 Lima Charlie Mike, and then we had Alberto Whiskey 4 Alpha Sierra, and Frank AK4FU. Break.
Thank you.
We got three more. Eddie, Kilo Charlie 4 Charlie Foxtrot Kilo. Break.
Right, Kilo Charlie 4 Charlie Fox Kilo. Go.
Yeah, the next one is Luciano. He called me and told me that he was going to be at the hospital, not next to a radio. So his reference is eyesight. He's having a little problem there. Kilo Charlie 4 Uniform Golf Echo Luciano. And the last one is going to be Pete. Whiskey Bravo 4 Delta Bravo.
All right, got them all. I got Eddie and Luciano and Pete, Whiskey Bravo 4 Delta Bravo. Thanks, Louis.
Sure thing, Steve. 73. God bless you and yours. Thank you.
You too. Right back to you. Any additional check-ins?
Papa Hotel, no traffic.
Okay, Papa Hotel got you down. Any others?
Kilo 4 Hotel Oscar Romeo Michael and Opalaka.
There is.
Fox 4 Victor Whiskey Tango in Northwest Lauderhill.
Whiskey Charlie Charlie 4, Bravo Papa, Jose Antonio Kendall, no traffic. Good evening.
Kilo 4, Uniform Tango Lima, Ron, South Miami, no traffic.
Assist. Kilo Juliet 4, Whiskey Kent, KENT, no traffic.
Where am I? K4 HOR. I've got Kilo Fox 4, Victor Whiskey Tango. I've got Whiskey Charlie 4, Bravo Papa. Kilo 4 Uniform Tango Lima, and Kilo Julia 4 Whiskey. And folks, if you're listening, I failed to mention at the beginning of the net, it was just a request from last week. It's good practice just to give your approximate location when you're checking in. It's a good way of testing the repeater and its the quality and its reach. I know Bill, Victor Whiskey Tango, he did that. He was up there in Lauderhill, so I appreciate that. But moving forward, that's what I'd like to try. Let's try to do that. Thanks.
W4HIS, negative traffic, Kendall.
All right, WV4HIS, got you, Joe. Thank you, sir.
This is Kilo Charlie 4, Hotel Foxtrot Tango, KC4 HFT, Daniel out of Miami. No traffic.
That was Kilo Charlie 4 Fox Tango, right?
KC4 HFT, Kilo Charlie 4, Hotel Foxtrot Tango, KC4 HFT.
Okay, finally got it right there. Thanks. Got you down. Field day will be coming up soon. We'll be discussing that more at the meeting at the Everglades Club. We're looking forward to that event. Pretty much no big changes as far as the operations are concerned. Just pack your tents and your food and just come over and have a good time. You can spend the 24 hours here if you like, or just hang out and do it whatever the heck you want. It's ham radio, fun for over 24 hours. So looking forward to that event. Now, added to that event, we thought, and I mentioned this in the previous net, and you've probably seen some of the posts on South Florida Hams and MD Cares, we are going to have a Skywarn class, basic Skywarn class, 2 hours, 10 to noon, as part of the venue. And Robert Molina, meteorologist from the National Weather Service, he'll be a presenter/instructor. Again, that's 10 o'clock to noon over at the John D. Campbell Agricultural Center. At the club site on field day June 22, the Saturday, 10 to noon, Skywarn class. I ask those that are interested to send me an email at staylor@cityofhomestead.com. That's staylor@cityofhomestead.com. About a dozen of you done so far. I also take registrations on air. So if you are seriously interested, that way we can prepare the classroom and make sure that we can handle everyone. If you are seriously interested in attending, feel free to let me know on this net also, and I'll get you registered.
Comment? For WW.
KJ4WW, go ahead. That's yours.
Thank you. With Net Control's approval, I'd just like to say if you haven't taken the Skywarn Basic or Advanced yet, it is not a dry, open book kind of course. It's almost an interactive media filled, very interesting, upbeat. I brought my youngest daughter at 11, and she got her spotter number and enjoyed it. This is something that is upbeat and active and interesting. It's not a dry, open book type presentation. KJ4WW. Most people find it very interesting. QRX.
Yeah, other station, go ahead. Thanks, Ken. And I'm going to add to that in a moment. But the other station, go ahead.
Yeah, this is BRO 805, and I'm a Skyward member for years now, and used it twice. But when you use it, it sends important information back to the National Weather Center, and you're like real time with the people. So I find it highly recommended. And this is KF4, Kilo Fox 4, Victor Whiskey Tango.
Yeah, Bill, that's true. That's so true. They take those reports seriously, and I know they're really appreciative of that because that's real-time information, and you can't get better than that. And they rely on the ham radio community for that. So I appreciate your input on that. And also to elaborate on what Kent was mentioning, you know, the National Weather Service in Miami, their poster child, if you would, is Robert Molina. He's the guy that you see on TV all the time that represents the National Weather Service locally, and he's the guy, and he's a very dynamic personality, and it'll be an enjoyable 2 hours, extremely enjoyable 2 hours for those folks that do attend that class. So I just wanted to make mention of that. And thanks for your comments, Bill. Appreciate it.
Thank you much. You can call me Bud, even though it says William. Yeah. You go there, you learn what a wall cloud looks like. You learn what like a shelf cloud looks like. You learn where the tornado is going to come from. Most of them come from the west side off the Everglades, not the east side. So it's the one out the back that'll get you.
You got it, man, and that's important. Those terms that you're mentioning, you know, now you're an informed, educated individual, and that's why they take those reports seriously. It's not just some Joe Blow from Idaho calling the National Weather Service and screaming out what they're seeing. You know, you're giving them scientific, technical information based on the training they give you. So that's why they take it seriously. So good stuff, but appreciate it.
All right, thank you, and I'll let you go back to that. KF4 VWT. Check me in, and I'm standing by.
All right, man, I got you done. This is, you've been listening to the W4, Whiskey 4 Victor, what the heck is our club called? W4 SVI, informational net and RAG2 net, and my call sign's W1H Joe. My name's Steve. I'm here in Homestead. And let's take some more check-ins, and we'll move on.
Kilo India 4. India, Julia, Quebec.
Miami.
Who's gonna be a turn in the bus full of life? Back to net.
Hi, man. I didn't, actually, you came in broken up, so I didn't get your call sign at all.
Kilo India 4, India, Juliet, Quebec.
Hi, Frank. I got you fine. I got you good. There was another station in there.
KI4ZYV, Miami.
Call 4, Oscar, X-ray Oscar. Only be heights, no traffic. Hi, me.
Okay, I copied Kilo India 4, India Juliet, Quebec, Kilo India 4, Uniform, India Victor, and Kilo Go 4, Oscar X-ray, Oscar, cool call sign, OXO. All right, next thing that's coming up, well, not that's what's coming up, is there anybody out there that can give a report on their experience, on their participation in Sunday's barbecue over at Tropical Park? And I'll tell you what my experience was.
All right, KF4 VWT. Hope. See if I got it.
You got it, man. It's yours.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, we had a great time. The whole side of my truck is greased up from the barbecues, and we had a really good time, man. I'll tell you what, it was like Q5 the entire time. What? I don't know what the butts were. You know, Rolly bought exactly the right amount of food, man. We didn't have to go back out. It was an excellent barbecue. KF4 VWT back to net.
But I concur. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to spend as much time as I wanted there because I had some mechanical issues going on that I discovered as soon as I pulled up to the place. It was a little bit damp, but that didn't dampen the spirits, and the sun came out again. And I can tell you I had a great time hanging out with the group that was there. I just was disappointed that my wife and other family member wasn't able to have as good a time that I would have liked them to have, only because of the issues. I had to get them an Uber and I'd call a tow truck and all that crap. But in any event, I did have a great time interacting with the group up there. The food was just off the chain good, and I can't wait till another one is organized. So I appreciate all the work that the folks that were involved with that. Kudos to you guys, and really enjoyed myself, and a big thank you goes out to the guys. It's no easy task. I know it's no easy task to put something like that together. And again, thank you very much.
K4HR.
Let the other station go. Sir, yeah, well, we're looking to do the Vista View. Bring your mobile so we can fix it. Barbecue.
Yeah, cool theme. I like that one. Hey, Mikey, go ahead.
Yeah, sure, so, man. Yeah, it was an excellent time, man. I appreciate everyone helped me get out there because I wasn't expecting to get out there myself. Me and Mikey, man, the Mikey Mobile coming down from North Ahead out there, man. Appreciate it. All the hospitality, man, is great. Hanging out with everybody. I was sleepy as all hell because I don't sleep at nighttime for some strange reason, but it was still lovely, man. It was great seeing the folks that I haven't seen in a while, and the new cats I talked to on the radio that, meeting for the first time. So it was absolutely lovely, man. This group is top-notch. As Luciano say, top-notch, absolutely top-notch, and I appreciate it myself. I appreciate everything. The organizers, Rolly, Sergio, everybody, man. Excellent job. I mean, absolutely excellent for a group of deplorables. It's K4HR.
Don't forget Elaine and Bud.
No doubt. Man, the lion always seems to beat it up when it comes to cooking, man. And Bud, man, I mean, off the charts, man, off the charts.
Thank you very much. Back to net.
All right, folks, let's take some more check-ins if there are any out there.
W4 YXI Daniel in Miami, no traffic.
At W4YHI.
Whiskey 4 Yankee X-Ray India.
Whiskey 4 Yankee X-Ray, got it now. Whiskey 4 X-Ray Yankee India. Bada boom. Thank you, sir.
Yankee X-Ray India YXI.
Fixed.
Bada boom, bada boom.
Bada bang. Okay, got it. Any other check-ins?
Kilo Mike 4, Zulu, Lima, Kilo, Lenny, Pembroke Pines, no traffic.
From Pembroke Pines, Kilo Mike 4, Zulu, Lima, Kilo. Thanks, man. Well, with you, great to see you over there at the barbecue.
It was an honor and pleasure.
All right, then anybody out there, just to reach out to the audience, anybody participate in the hurricane radio test with the National Weather Service on the 1st? Unfortunately, wasn't able to do it. Other issues had come up, so I couldn't participate in it. But I was just wondering if anybody out there did. Oops, okay, forget that. Let's see, we talked about field day, the barbecue, the test. Let's see what else do I have. There isn't much going on the wire. However, I think there are some people out there that have been out to the Hara Arena. Remember the final hamvention in 2016. So prior to, from 2016 back in time, the hamvention has been historically held at the Hara Arena. Well, if you have been out there, just know this: a tornado finished it off. And that's how this week. That's how we'll start out this particular report. That several surrounding states, while they're recovering from destruction of violent tornadoes that left at least one person dead and scores of others injured, the Hara Arena, hamvention's former home, which was already slated for demolitions, was hit by a tornado, and the place was pretty much tore up. There was some footage online, and the TV showed some of the remnants of the arena. You could go up on YouTube or whatever and see some helicopter video and some stills of the venue ripped apart over in the Miami Valley area. And the winds were clocked at about 140 miles an hour. It was an EF3 tornado, and it did a considerable amount of damage. And when you see the Hara Arena, or what's left of it, they're not going to have to do too much more work to tear that puppy down. So I just thought some of you may be interested, had you had been ever out there at the hamvention there in Ohio. This is W1H2L for the W4SC Everglades Amateur Radio Club Net. Taking check-ins or any comments?
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, roger that. Does that happen after Dayton?
Poor guy. You listen to him. He must have been out there. Yeah, that was after Dayton.
I thought he was working for Tobacco-Free Florida.
There you go.
This is Kilo November 4, Uniform Tango November, Robert out of the Redlands.
Robert, that was Kilo November 4, Uniform Tango Lima?
Negative, Uniform Tango November.
All right, Robert, got you down. And you're in the Redlands, right?
Yes, sir, and also I'd like to take that fire warning class on field day.
How many watts?
50.
All right, Robert, I got you down, and I'll send you a confirmation email, okay? But you're officially in it.
Copy that, thank you. Clear.
Kilo Alpha 4 Alpha Mike Romeo KA4MR with the relay in traffic.
Okay, Harold, got you in the log. Go ahead with your relay and then your traffic.
Okay, I'd like to relay Kilo Delta 4 Whiskey Echo Tango George. The traffic, the picnic was outstanding. I had a great time. It was really well organized, and thank everybody who did the cooking and the band playing. Not band, but DJing rather. Sergio and Rolly did an outstanding job. Alain was outstanding on the grill with the other people helping them. So I had a great time. Thank you.
I'm sure they appreciate your comments, Harold. And yeah, the sound system was great. I've got a couple of talented audiophiles there. the music was great. I know my wife was starting to get into it, but unfortunately she had to leave early. But they were playing some great tunes that were right up our alley, man.
I like to cook.
Reminder, for those of you that may be interested, tomorrow, beginning at 12 o'clock UTC, and it'll take place right through June 6th at 11:30 UTC, the space station will be putting out SoScan TV. So for those of you that would like to make an attempt in listening in on the passes that'll be coming over in our vicinity, you may be able to pick up some what do I want to say, some SoScan TV. Really odd. They usually do it on the weekend, but this is a middle of the week event, and I think they're doing it for some educational purposes, especially over Russia, because those passes are favoring the Russian territories. But usually when they do broadcasts, they just continue as they circumnavigate the globe. They keep putting out their signals, so we may be lucky enough to get some. Hopefully I'll be able to have some time and tune up the radio and see if I can get something off of my mobile. But other than that, nothing much else is going on. We got about 3 minutes left of the net. Sorry that there isn't that much news out there today. I'd like to try to keep everybody updated on what I think you may be interested in. So possibly next week we'll have a lot more to talk about. But with that, let's break for some check-ins, and then we'll close out the net in a few so we can get this repeater back to normal use.
QRX recheck with a question.
Yeah, go.
That's KF4BW. What frequency? You talk about we're going to uplink to the space shuttle, but you don't give me a frequency. What the hell?
Damn. It completely slipped my mind. 145.800. 145.800. Let me just make sure I'm not giving you stupid information. Hold on here. Where did it go? International Space Station, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 145.800.
Yeah, and the return's usually 2 meters, isn't it?
Well, this is only one way. They just turn on their Kenwood and the laptop computer and just start belting out SoScan TV. So it's only one way down, just a downlink.
Roger that. I'm sitting here like a happy camper. My dog tail is wagging my chair. In space on a shuttle with a Kenwood. That's awesome.
Yeah, they got a couple of them up there, and the one they're using is over on the Russian side. So, yeah, it's Kenwood, and I'll tell you, I've used it before. When I say I've used it, I've worked that radio before, two-way communication, and you can hear them right from as they poke their nose over the horizon until they disappear on the other side of the world. You can hear them loud and clear. It's they're putting out full 50 watts on VHF, so 50 watts coming out of an antenna that's over 400 miles high. They're putting out a hell of a signal.
I just might, yeah. Well, my third Elmer is Chuck Baer. I think Chuck Baer put all the Motorola radios in all the space shuttles, plus more.
Oh, that must have been cool. All right, man. We are 30 seconds away from shutting down this puppy, so make it short and sweet. Appreciate all the interaction and the comments and the check-ins. And looking forward to chatting with you guys again, and hoping we have to see another barbecue in the near future. Looking forward to participating in that also. All right, guys, 7-3. And if there are any any last-second check-ins, I'll take those, and then we'll, if there isn't anything, give it a few seconds, and the repeater is back to use, not normal, regular use, if you want to call it that. I'm out here, 7-3, guys. W1HQL for the W4SVI Everglades Amateur Radio Club Net. Appreciate the use of the repeater and your cooperation, and you guys have a good night and a great week, and catch you at the same time, same place, same station. W1HQL.